Okay, let's start. This is Klaus from NVIDIA, and my GitHub ID is KH2CN, and I'm the founder of Volcano project and used to be the co-chair of SIG scheduling. So I'm going to give a really quick introduction about what we have done about for large language model for multiple cluster. The first one is that why we have such kind of activity to enhance the Kubernetes and enhance the Volcano to do that. Now, the first one is that for language modeling, we also say that we don't have enough resource, right? We have really large cluster. We have requirement of lots of GPU hardware and network things. Now, the first one, I think the challenge is the single cluster. The scalability of single cluster is not enough, right? By default, it's 5,000, but for large language model, there's going to be require lots of GPU hardware. The second one is that when we have enough GPU or we have enough network, but how about the resource utilization? If they didn't have a good resource utilization, I think the performance is also not good enough. I think the third one, and maybe a kind of new topic, is that we have several framework, right? PyTorch, MPI, several enhancement, but lots of framework didn't talk with the infrastructure layer, right? They didn't export information or how the data was exchanged between the agent, and infrastructure didn't know that, right? The Kubernetes Volcano didn't know that information, so it's hard for them to do the improvement, to do any improvement for that, and we just guess, right? Okay, the first one is, I think for the federation, for the multi-cluster is a really, really long topic. We have several topics about federation. I think it's about 5 or 10 years ago, right? There are several challenge things, and we try to handle them in our Volcano project. Now, the first one is the API, right? For federation, they try to keep the backward compatibility of several APIs, such as deployment, several things. But in Volcano, we have a single project, right? Volcano Global for federation case, and Volcano core part for single cluster. So we will provide a unified API for all these cases. So it's going to be simple to handle this one. And the second one is about networking and storage, right? For Volcano and for the Kubernetes, for AI scenario, we focus on we delegated this part to other project. I think the major thing is that we are going to have a powerful, really powerful management for the east-west networking part. We have the other project to handle this one. And the third one is how to handle the scheduling across the cluster. I think on the bottom left, we have a case that we are going to have a deadlock between the, across the cluster. This is a typical issue. The thing is that I think the major thing is that these two clusters didn't have information with each other. So in a single project, for example, for Volcano, we have enough information to handle this part. The third one is how we are going to improve the resource utilization. I think the major thing is the network-aware scheduling. So we are going to provide several information. And the first one is we are going to have kind of across the cluster. And the second one, we are going to provide a unified API for all of them. And the third one is that we will provide a really large scalability component to handle this part. And in tomorrow, we are going to show more details about network scheduling, and we are going to have a user case for this one. Okay. The third one is that we also introduce a kind of meta framework to talk with the infrastructure. We can see that on the bottom right, we are going to change all the information, networking, storage of the workload to the infrastructure layer. So Volcano can use this information, and also the Volcano Global can use this information to place the workload better for all the workload. And so we can improve the resource utilization and get a better performance for the things. Yeah. And this one is all the reference, all the links of all the project I mentioned here. So you can take a picture and get this. We can talk this later. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.